Hey guys, Liam here. Hope you're having a lovely day. Welcome back to another episode of Pokémon WTF Moments, the series where I stand here and I critique the Pokémon anime in a vain effort to try and distract you from the fact that we're all slowly dying one single breath at a time. If you're a fan of WTF Moments already and you're ready for more, make sure you hit the like button. Let's go for a big like goal today. Let's go for 20 likes on this video if we can. And of course, hit subscribe if you're new so you never ever miss an episode. And of course, share the video with a friend. I'd really appreciate it. Today's episode, of course, is Season 1, Episode 24, Haunter Versus Kadabra, which on the surface and by the name of it sounds like what should be a fantastic, exciting, nail-biting, edge-of-your-seat episode. It's not. It's just not. What the fuck? So we start with a direct quote from the narrator.
Last time, Ash and his friends traveled to the Pokémon Tower in Lavender Town. His mission? To capture the ghost Pokémon he needs to defeat the psychic Pokémon of Sabrina.
Didn't catch one though, did he?
Well, actually, Liam, I think you'll find Haunter did decide to travel with Ash at the end of the episode.
Didn't catch it though, did he? It turns out Brock is scared of Haunter, but Misty says he can't be scared of such a cute little Pokemon. Haunter decides it's a good idea to demonstrate how cute it is by rubbing itself against a 10-year-old girl's chest. Haunter is a nonce. Pass it on. It's funny because out of the three of them, I thought Gengar would be the nonce. Don't know why though. Haunter then licks Misty and paralyzes her. Christ, this episode took a dark turn fast. Direct quote from Ash.
Hey Haunter, it's really not that big a deal.
And that's why Ash is part of the problem. Haunter agrees to help Ash fight Sabrina's psychic-type Pokemon, almost like it's forgotten that it's a poison type. Brock and Misty once again aren't willing to stay and support their friend and would rather wait outside. Terrible friends.
Well, actually, Liam, given what happened last time, I think they've got every right to be scared.
Being scared does not excuse being a bad friend. Brock suggests that maybe Haunter is the one controlling Ash, but if that's the case, why would Haunter make Ash travel all the way to Saffron City to win a gym badge? Does Brock think Haunter wants to enter the Pokemon League? Ash calls out Charmander, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur and asks if they're all ready to help him take on Sabrina. Sucks to be Pidgeotto, I guess. Why does one Pokemon always have to be left out?
Well, actually, Liam, you can only have 6 Pokemon in your party at any one time, so maybe Pidgeotto was sent back to Professor Oak when Haunter joined.
But Haunter's a wild Pokemon, so it's not technically a part of Ash's party, so that shouldn't make a difference here. Oh, so it turns out Misty and Brock did come in with Ash after all, so we just wasted the first 3 minutes of the episode for nothing. Ash tells Sabrina he demands a rematch. Mate, she's psychic, she probably knows. Sabrina, through the doll, talks a bunch of smack about how Kadabra beat Ash's Pikachu and how Ash doesn't stand a chance. Is she not even slightly mad that he escaped the dollhouse though? Why doesn't she mention it at all? Why is it that 2 episodes ago, Kadabra sounded like one of these guys from the Phantom Menace, but now sounds like some kind of weird frog? Kadabra! Ash calls for Haunter to appear, to which Sabrina responds,
So, you've captured a ghost Pokemon.
well, he hasn't. It's just traveling with him. Sabrina, you're psychic. You should know this. When Haunter's nowhere to be found, Sabrina asks,
Well, where is it?
mate, you're the psychic. You tell us. Sabrina demands that Ash quit stalling and send out another Pokemon, so Ash decides on Pikachu. Pikachu gets freaked out and backs up against the wall, basically saying, there's no fucking chance of me battling here, mate. Soz. So Ash asks Charmander, Bulbasaur, or Squirtle to step in, but they all do the same thing that Pikachu did, which is weird because they didn't see the original battle, so they've got no reason to be scared of Kadabra. Ash quits. He literally turns tail and runs away from this battle. I really hope he doesn't win a gym badge for this. Everyone tries to run away, but the doors to the gym lock themselves and the creepy doll girl turns up like some weird scene from a horror movie. Looks like Ash is about to get punished for quitting, huh? Of course not. Of course he's not. Nope, Misty and Brock get transformed into dolls, and just before Ash and his Pokemon are about to meet the same fate, what should happen? But the old bloke turns up and teleports them away. Wait, so he couldn't have turned up 5 seconds earlier and saved everybody? Why are all the psychics in this show so rubbish? Also, why is this old dude such an arsehole? He always teleports himself onto nice, safe, flat ground, but always teleports other people and Pokemon into the air above the ground so they all have to fall and hit the ground hard. The old man's an absolute knobhead. Pass it on. Ah, didn't work out for you this time, did it, mate? Seriously though, how did he not know they were all gonna fall on him? He's psychic. He's the one that placed them there. He's a terrible psychic. The old guy starts giving backstory on Sabrina, and Ash asks him about knowing Sabrina before she became so mean. And he gets all flustered and starts panicking that Ash is going to find out that he's actually Sabrina's dad. And it's like, Why? What difference does it make if Ash knows that you're her dad? Surely it's better that he knows you're her dad than for him to think that you're just some creepy old guy that happens to be obsessed with Sabrina, right? I'm not even going to begin to comment on what's happening to this golf club in this scene. You can just go back and decide for yourself. So the story goes that Sabrina was so obsessed with her psychic training that she ended up destroying her own house. But is using psychic powers to destroy a house really that impressive? I'd like to see her rebuild the house with her psychic powers, then I'd be impressed. According to the old man, the conflict between Sabrina and her family caused her to split into two girls, which is weird because that's not how people work. Oh, so the little girl is actually a doll and the doll is simply a representation of the girl that Sabrina used to be. So the two girls she split into is more of an internal split personality kind of thing. But why didn't you just say that, you old fart? Ash recognizes the picture of Sabrina and her family from Sabrina's room and starts to question why the old guy has it. The old guy panics, thinking Ash has finally figured out that the old guy is indeed Sabrina's father, which I still don't understand why him knowing that would be an issue. Ash then proclaims that this guy must be a photographer, and to be honest, it's not even a WTF moment. It was meant to be a joke about Ash being oblivious, and it works. It lands every single time. So just bravo to the writers for this one. That was really well done. Once again, Team Rocket are reciting their motto to themselves. At this point, you just have to really admire the dedication they have to practicing it as often as they do. There's a fly in here. The fuck? Fuck off. Fuck off. I think I got it. I hope I got it, or I look an idiot. I think I did. Sick. Nice. Well done, Liam. James's secret weapon to capture Pikachu is a net. Just a net. After all of their failed, extravagant attempts to try and capture Pikachu, James is somehow supremely confident that a simple fishing net will do the trick. Okay, mate, sure thing, you go for it. I tell you what'll always do the trick, using code ACE to save yourself some money off G Fuel. I got a can today. They're not normally available in the UK, but your boy got them. This is Raging Gummy Fish. Get ready for this, get ready for this. Oh, yes, daddy. Code ACE for some, some of that, please. Mate, check out that shelf. Haunter turns up to scare Team Rocket and they almost fall to their deaths. Haunter is a murderer, confirmed. Direct quote from Jessie.
Be brave. If I let go, we're all goners. But if you let go, at least I'll survive.
I mean, she's right, but God, the truth hurts sometimes, doesn't it? Haunter tries its hardest to make Jessie laugh, which is another way of saying Haunter tried its hardest to make Jessie let go, so that Team Rocket would plummet to their deaths as soon as possible. Haunter is a murderer, doubly confirmed. Luckily for Team Rocket, the concrete sidewalk below was there to break their fall, so they could survive. Okay. Sure. Direct quote from Ash.
Haunter, you stopped them from capturing Pikachu.
Pretty sure that wasn't its intention, mate. I don't even think it knew you two were nearby. So at first, being turned into dolls seemed pretty rough, but it turns out Brock and Misty can still communicate telepathically, so I guess it's not all bad. Brock expresses his discomfort about being turned into a doll by saying,
I don't even like dolls.
I mean, not everyone likes arseholes, but some people just end up turning into them. It turns out the other doll in the room is Sabrina's mother, who clearly has Stockholm Syndrome because she tries to assure Brock and Misty that Sabrina really is a good daughter. Yeah. Okay, love. Whatever you say. Direct quote from Sabrina when Ash comes back.
I knew he'd be back.
Well, of course you did. You're psychic. Another direct quote from Sabrina.
Have you come back for more humiliation?
Wait a minute. So you knew he'd be back, but you didn't know why he'd be back. Are you psychic or are you not? Which is it? Haunter no-shows again, and as Ash desperately cries out for it to appear, I'm just bored at this point. Literally nothing's happened in this episode, and it's really starting to drag. Pikachu steps in and is now willing to fight Kadabra, and it just reminds me that an electric type in Gen 1 is actually a better matchup against Kadabra than a ghost and poison type, so he might as well. Kadabra dodges Pikachu's Thundershot with Teleport, which A, isn't how Teleport works, and B, isn't able to be used in trainer battles in Generation 1, as we've said before. Sabrina is a hacker, confirmed once again. Kadabra uses Psybeam, but it's not a beam at all. Personally, I'd have said this was Psy-Wave. Ash tells Pikachu to use Thunderbolt, and this lands hard on Kadabra. But if that's the case, why didn't he just use Thunderbolt in the first place? And in fact, this has got me wondering why he even bothers using Thunder Shock anymore. There's literally no benefit to using it if you know Thunderbolt. Kadabra uses Recover, and everyone watching collectively thinks, ah, shit, it's one of those battles. Haunter turns up and tries to make Sabrina laugh, and she doesn't even try and stop it. Surely one Psybeam from Kadabra would just annihilate Haunter, and then the battle could just continue. Haunter then pulls a bomb out of its mouth with a lit fuse, and everybody gasps, but nobody tries to get Sabrina away from it. Not even her father, who stood right there. It's no wonder she hated her family. The bomb goes off in Sabrina's face, and Sabrina begins to laugh. Ah yes, I too find it hilarious when people explode things in my face. Hang on. What did I just say? Ash says if the old guy has known Sabrina her whole life, he must have taken her baby pictures. And the guy gets super angry and just yells at Ash,
"Just how dense can a person be?"
And the answer to that is simple. When it comes to Ash Ketchum, pretty fucking dense. According to Sabrina's dad, Sabrina and her Kadabra are joined telepathically, so Kadabra is rolling with laughter just like Sabrina. Sabrina's not rolling though, she stood still. Since Sabrina's now whole again, supposedly, the creepy younger version of her just disappears and drops the Pokeball it's holding, and nobody bats an eyelid. Surely you'd be pretty freaked out if a person in the room with you just randomly disappeared into nothing. Direct quote from Sabrina's dad.
"Since Kadabra is unable to battle, I declare Pikachu the winner."
Hang on, mate. Firstly, Ruffle is not an officially recognized status condition, so the match should continue. Secondly, what authority do you have to officially declare the winner? Sabrina's the gym leader, not you.
Well, actually, Liam, he is Sabrina's father, so it does make sense that if she's unable to make the decision, he should make it in her place.
No, it doesn't make sense. Back when I was an optician and if I needed to take a day off ill, my dad wouldn't go to work in my place and start measuring old people up for bifocals and taking their fundus photography. That's not how jobs work. Direct quote from Ash.
Do you really think I deserve to get this Marsh badge?
No, absolutely not. But I'm sure the writers are going to find some twatty way to justify it. Direct quote from Misty.
Sure, having her laugh herself into defeat is a great strategy.
Meanwhile, Team Rocket, who are still in the holes they created after Haunter's attempted murder, are panicking because cement is now being poured in to fill the hole. That's against health and safety. You can't just fill a hole with cement without checking if there's any wildlife living in it first. You're looking at a potential manslaughter charge here, lads. Direct quote from the narrator.
Speaking of things in stone or cement, how will Team Rocket get out of this mess?
Yeah, I'm wondering the same thing, since being buried alive, especially in cement, is pretty much a one-way ticket to Deadville. Whilst Team Rocket are declaring that nothing will stop them, 3 extra streams of cement start pouring into the hole, but there's still only 1 cement truck, so where do those other streams of cement come from? Team Rocket then simply hop out of the hole and run down the road, which makes you wonder, why didn't they just hop out the hole in the first place? And so this freaky trio of episodes finally comes to an end, and hopefully that's all the weird supernatural stuff we get for a little while. Our hero's next destination, of course, is Saffron City. Ash, mate, just a tip for when you're there, how about actually earning a badge this time? So those are my WTF moments for Pokemon Season 1, Episode 24, Haunter Versus Kadabra. Let me know your favorites in the comments below and any that I missed. Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to support the channel like these beautiful people here do, pledge to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/AceTrainerLiam. Save yourself some money on G Fuel, use code ACE. But until next time, I'm Ace Trainer Liam. Keep on training.